We are now go for
spooky story time.
Right. I'll tell one if anybody has one. They're more than welcome to. But I've got quite a few. So my family has always been connected with really weird shit for some reason. Turning left, right. This one is an old favorite of mine. So back when I used to live in Fresno, I used to live next to. Do you guys know what Wolf Manor is?
No.
Wolf Manor is the most haunted place in the entire eastern coast. I'm sorry, western coast. It is like it's an old insane asylum.
Oh.
And over like 15,000 people died there, and it's crazy when you hear that because it's a tiny ass little place.
Well,
like the whole thing is
years and years and years of patience.
But it's tiny, and like the back is just a mass grave. So like the area surrounding Wolf Manor just had a lot of weird shit like happening in it. There was always lots of really weird stuff going on. First one being my house like was maybe like about 200 feet from Wolf Manor. And we would always hear footsteps and stuff, and like I'd be downstairs and like I'd hear my door upstairs like shut, and like we just heard weird fucking noises all the time, and it was really freaky. Like it's not like there's it's nothing like boo like I never had anything legitimately happen to me there, but it's just like fuck, like when you're in a place and you just feel it, like you feel like what's that, like that sense of like
not being alone,
of that, and the sense of like just your instinct telling you should not be here. Like you're treading on like the feeling you get when you walk on a cemetery. Like you're treading on hollowed ground. Like you get that feel. Like you got that. I lived like with that feeling for a while there because it was weird. It was a creepy fucking house. Like it was gross. It was fucking scary. I met the owner though too. He let us inside of it for a little bit, even though he wasn't supposed to.
It's a Wolf Manor?
Yeah, he let us inside. He opened the door and he's like, "Y'all can roam around the bottom floor for like 10 minutes." And he came with us. It was me and two of my other friends who did that. And fucking shit, we were in there for a minute. We were like, nope. Just left. Just fucking left. We were like, no, I'm good, thanks. And that's Wolf Manor. It's fucking creepy ass shit there. Okay, whatever, we're going then. Okay, that's mine. Wolf Manor. This is some calm stuff to get started. Who's got one? Who's got a creepy story?
I don't really have anything unless you're the religious type.
What about you? Any crazy stuff?
Oh, my mom used to live in a haunted apartment, and they used to see people all the time. It was back when I was real small. I was living with just my mom. My parents were separated for a little while. She was living with one of her friends in this apartment complex that was built in like the 60s. It was really old. And they used to see people in like tails and like top hats and shit. And there was this one guy that was always there. And like they would come, like there was a really thin hallway that led to like the guest bathroom and the 2 bedrooms, all of the living room and then the kitchen, right? So it's an apartment. And they said if they walked from the kitchen to the living room and passed up the hallway, sometimes if you weren't looking down the hallway but you kind of saw it out of your peripherals, yeah, turn right, you would just see him leaning up against the wall, just waiting around. And like my mom's friend that she was living with was Hispanic, and she knew a couple of psychics. I know that's super racist, but she did. And so they had one of their psychic friends come over, like to try and get them to leave. And she was like, no.
Like, this isn't
no, they're not leaving. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Wow.
Yeah, like really, like they never did anything. It was like they were just waiting around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, you're joking. She's like, no, like, it happened.
Shit went down.
It happened more than once, and it wasn't just that guy. Like they saw kids and like one lady.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, it was like fucking weird. And she like I know she believes it because when she talks about it, she gets really like stressed.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't like talking about it whenever we bring it up, and so we don't talk about it a lot. But whenever we do, she's just like, no, Caleb, like I know it could have just been something we saw.
But it wasn't to me.
But it wasn't to me.
It was real to me, god damn it!
It was like creepy shit.
Yeah. Speaking of shit like that, so this didn't happen directly to me, but Tux, you know my friend Katie, who we're on Xbox with sometimes?
Where's Booger Bear?
Yeah, where's Booger Bear? So her and I, like, we talk a lot about this shit. It's interesting. Like, I remember one night in high school, like, it was like, we had like the Monday off, so we got on Xbox and stayed up the whole night, like, looking up creepy shit. And we watched like the Bong Chi-Dong Ghost and stuff like that at like 3 in the morning. We were like, ah, freaking out and fuck. But anyway, like this is like a few months ago. She tells me, we're all talking, and she's like, yeah, I had this really fucking weird ass dream last night. Like I went to sleep, and I love you too. I had this dream that these kids were watching me. And I couldn't move, and so I woke up, after these kids are watching me, and I wake up and like my TV is on, and like my sheets were wrapped around me, and I couldn't move for like a good like 5 minutes. I was just sitting there, and I couldn't scream or anything, and then like all of a sudden like I managed to break free. I just fucking ran into my room, and I talked to my grandma, and she freaked out. She's like, oh, what the fuck happened? I heard you yell. And she was like, yeah, it was like the weirdest fucking thing that's like ever happened to me. Because like I know I turned my TV off that night, and it was weird. It was creepy. What happened? You talking to Robert?
Oh, just Robert saying goodnight.
Oh.
They made it okay.
Tell him I love him.
No.
Please, for us. My aunt, when she was a kid, like she was just chilling next to the window watching watching the rain. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before. Watching a rainstorm, and fucking huge lightning strike hits the tree in front of her. And it kind of blows her back.
Okay.
And since then, she hasn't been able to wear battery-powered watches.
Why? Oh, the lightning?
Yeah, but the weirder part about it is she says that the next morning when she woke up, she saw. Next morning when she woke up, she swears she saw a man in a white suit.
Oh wow! Yeah, you have told this story.
Sitting on the foot of her bed, saying, "Come with me, child." And she was just like, "No, I don't want that." And he's like, "Come with me. You'll know peace." And so she starts freaking out, like, what the hell? And her family, her parents barge in, and she looks to the door, and she's like, "There's a man." What the fuck? And like the guy's gone. Like she just, she looks away for a second.
Oh, my guy's just gone.
Yeah, and she swears that she saw the angel of death, and that's
Crazy shit.
yeah, that's
Do you ever
creepy.
have dreams like that though?
Where you
Like shit where you feel like it's real.
Yeah.
And it's like the creepiest
Oh
shit.
yeah, no, I hate those dreams.
Yeah, I've had those dread dreams.
For the last few months, it's been really weird. I keep having dreams where I'm like hanging out with like you or like Robert, and I'm hanging out with my friends, and it's just like it feels almost completely real. And I wake up and it's not. But then I notice it's not because really like weird shit happens. I hate vivid dreams. It's the fucking worst.
I swear to God, I've only had this dream once, which is weird because I have most of the time I have really recurring dreams.
Yeah.
Like having the same dream like every couple of months.
Yeah.
I've only had this dream once. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was the scariest fucking dream I have ever had in my life. And it was like I I don't like scary movies, and I don't like, yeah, turning right. I don't like scary shit, so I don't like immerse myself in that kind of shit. So I don't, like, it's not like I was like, I watched a horror movie before I went to bed or anything like that. But I swear to God, I went to bed, and I fell asleep, and it was like a lucid dream, kind of, you know, like where you know you're dreaming.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where in like the middle of the dream, I couldn't tell. And I was like, I couldn't tell anymore. And I was just laying in bed in my dream, and I kind of sat up a little bit, and like, I felt this kind of static behind me.
Yeah.
And I kind of turned to look, and there's this guy sitting behind me, like on my pillow. And he kind of like, it was weird, he was like, he looked like static, but had these huge fucking wings. And he was just sitting behind me, and he kind of wrapped his arms around me, and like pulled me to lay back down against him. And like, it was like, he didn't even like, it was like, not around me, but like around my neck. And I could feel it, it was like really warm.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where like, is this, it was literally, I thought to myself as this was happening, I was like, is this real? Like, is this still a dream, or am I awake now?
And then it went, wow.
And then he was like, go back to sleep.
Oh, it's fucked up.
And then I woke up and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Just, hey, possum.
Mr. Possum.
I was like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? And I had no idea. I like went over and I don't remember any of this, but apparently I got up, I went to my mom's room, and I like woke her up, and I was like,
Hey, where am I
Mom,
turning it again?
you're keeping on straight. It's like, Mom, am I okay? She was like, yeah, what the fuck, why are you up at like 3 in the morning? I'm like, no, am I okay? And she's like, yeah, you're fine, go back to bed. But I don't remember having that conversation with her. She woke, like, I got up the next morning, and she was like, are you okay? You kind of sounded a little freaked out when you came to talk to me last night. And I was like, what?
Oh,
It's fucking creepy shit. But it's never happened again. Like, shit like that doesn't happen to me anymore. Like, there's really crazy vivid dreams.
when I was younger, like when I was a little kid, I had a dream one night, in that, you know the room where I sleep in right now?
Yeah.
Like that was my room when I was like 1 to 5, you know, when I was a baby. Like that was where I slept with my mom, you know?
Yeah.
And I had a dream in that room, where I woke up like screaming, like I was fucking screaming, and I was yelling about like, pull me out of the fire, like I'm burning, I don't want to be here. And I was like yelling like I was dying. And my mom wakes up, she's freaking out, and she tries to go up, and for like 30 minutes, like I wouldn't wake up, I was just yelling about dying in a fire for 30 minutes. Jesus. And I wake up, and I'm just like, what's going on? You know, like I'm like I don't understand, like what's going on? You know, 'cause I'm like a little kid. And she's all like, you were screaming about dying in a fire. And she's told me this story before. She's like, you had this crazy dream. You were telling me that you were burning a cottage, and that you couldn't get out, and that you had to go back in and save your family. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Weird ass shit.
Alright, I am taking my leave. Y'all continue if you want.
Okay.
I gotta go back to bed and attempt to actually get sleep now.
What do you have to do tomorrow? Do you have work?
Yeah. Alright.
I'll see you tomorrow. Text me tomorrow, okay?
Alright, check y'all on the flip side. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
To the home.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you some more?
Are
you still recording?
One time I had this dream, like, you know this about me, one of my greatest fears, you know, is falling. And it's not necessarily the fall, but, you know, the sudden stop of the fall.
Yeah.
But,
shit, dude, what is this fucking guy doing out here this late at night?
What?
What the fuck is this guy doing out here?
It looks like he's walking his dog. But yeah, like, I don't even remember how the dream started.
Yeah.
I just remember watching myself fall and fall and fall and fall for hours, just falling into this bottomless pit, you know, and I'm, you know, legitimately just freaking out, you know, in my dream. I'm like, what the fuck, and eventually, like, the anxiety and adrenaline like, woke me up.
Okay.
And the instant I woke up, I was like, oh shit. And bam, floor.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah.
I think you've told me this before.
Yeah, I probably have. And that just... Oh, that was a creepy fucking dream for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've had other dreams where I've died in horrible ways.
Oh, I've had crazy dreams like that where I've just like died and it's fucking crazy.
I had a dream where I got hung. And, you know, every dream I've had where, you know, where I've died, I've felt that death. You know, like, I felt the weight of my body pulling down on my neck.
Yeah.
And, you know, me trying, you know, struggling to get out, struggling to breathe. You know, I had a dream where I got stabbed in the heart. You know, like I felt this, you know, this burning sensation
in your chest.
In my chest. I had a dream where I got shot in the back with a shotgun.
Ow.
Yeah, I
felt
you
like Bill Murray. You were just like, they were just like, you think we can patch this up? And you're like, no.
Nah, like that one, I woke up with, you know, with that same burning sensation. Like, I shot straight up out of bed, you know, just said, you know, went from laying down to sitting up. I'm like, what the fuck? Holy crap.
Have I ever told you the fucking, like, I don't really, like, I believe that we're not alone in the universe, you know, like, I think there are aliens out there and shit, but I really doubt that they're here on Earth. But I have had one, like, crazy, surreal experience with a fucking UFO. Ever told you that?
No.
So this was back when my dad and my mom were still together. We bought a video camera for my dad's birthday. His like 21st birthday or 22nd birthday. No, it was his 25th because I was like 7 or 8 at the time. We bought him, like, you know, because video cameras had come out that year, like the you know, the commercial ones for commoners to use, and he was like,
yeah.
Oh, I want one. It was my mom got him one. You know, it was a birthday present. And or I think it was Christmas. I don't fucking remember. The long story short is he's fucking, you know, like, he's outside messing around with it, and I'm inside opening our presents. Yeah, it was Christmas. So I'm inside opening my presents, like, fucking around, you know, like, me and my mom, like, she's just like, you know, she's playing with me, and we're messing around inside. And my dad comes in, he's like, whoa, fucking come out here real quick. And we go outside, and he tells me, you know, look at the screen on the camera, and I'm like, oh, okay. I look at it, and there's this little yellow dot, like zipping around up there. And I was like, what the fuck's this? It's a UFO, like, what the fuck? You know, like, oh shit, this shit's real. And the thing's like zipping around back and forth, and all of a sudden it just pops out of existence. And so, you know, we go back inside, and, you know, this is one of the cameras where, like, you had the tape inside, and then, you know, it had the AV ports in the back, so you plug it in, and you plug in the television, you can watch stuff on the TV.
Yeah.
So we watched the tape, and there was something there. It was clearly not a plane. It was clearly not a star. It was like a fucking oval shape that was just moving, like, erratically, like this, back and forth.
Oh man.
And then it just fucking vanished, like, flat out, just zoom, like, gone. So I go to bed, and that night I had these dreams about these like people, like, coming into my house and, like, killing my family. Like, I had these crazy dreams that night. And it weren't, like, I couldn't see what they were. It was like these shadows that were coming into my house. And we wake up the next morning, and my dad's, like, freaking out, because he's like, what the fuck? Like, my camera, like, what the fuck? And I go outside the living room, and it's, like, 6 in the morning, so I'd woken up, and the tape and the camera was, like, completely wiped. Like, just, we played it, and it was just static. That's it.
Oh, man.
Erased. And, like, that's like one of the freakiest things that's ever happened. I was like, what the fuck? That, I was completely unsure about. I mean, like, I was 7, and I remember it really clearly because my dad was really pissed off because, you know, he'd on his camera and his fucking tape had been wiped. And, like, fuck, like, that was just, you know, like,
Jesus.
one of those crazy-ass defining moments. It was weird. It was fucking nuts. Like, I don't know, like, UFOs, I don't know, like, I have never really seen that many. I've never really had any, like, experiences with that, you know, like, fucking aliens and some of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I just have never seen any of that. It's just never happened.
Yeah, neither have I.
I think that's, like, the one time. I mean, like, I'm not skeptical of the idea, because I believe that there's something out there, you know, in the fucking universe.
Yeah.
Other than us, but, like, still, that's some crazy shit that, like, I've never had the, you know, I'm glad I've never had the pleasure of seeing. Fuck, man, like, that's, like, some creepy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking
It
UFO.
really is. One night I was drinking with my neighbor, and he works at JJ Pickle Research.
Yeah.
You know, and he works on you know, DoD jobs. So, you know, he can't say exactly what he does, but he's like, yeah, you know, one of the guys I work with, he was actually he was responsible for Roswell.
What?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean responsible for Roswell?
Like, apparently, you know, what happened was, you know, weather balloon. And they're trying to test out, you know, like different methods of making aircraft that the government could use for, like,
Spying on the Russians.
for spying and shit. And so they you know, they're testing them out, and they forgot to check the wind reports, and so when they launched the balloon, the wind blew it away onto that guy's land, and that's you know, and that's basically how the idea of, you know, aliens and, you know, visitors from outer space happen. I mean,
You know, I find it, I always find it totally crazy because people are so, like, obsessed with it. You know, like, everybody, like, you talk to any person and, like, you ask them, would you want to see a UFO? They'd be like, yeah, but people will tell you yes. So, I mean, like, you know, I always found that a little nuts.
a little what?
A little nuts. Like, it's a little crazy, you know? Fucking the UFOs and all that shit.
Yeah.
People sort of have this, like, obsession with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get where it comes from. And it is a little...
For some people, it's, you know, hope. For others, it's, you know, the quest for knowledge. Others, it's, you know, I don't want to learn more about it. I just want to know, you know, are we alone, you know? So, you know, everyone has their reasons for wanting to know if we're alone or not, and I get that.
It still is pretty fucking crazy, though. Like, I mean, you know, UFO-wise, like, alright, so, do you know what the Devil's Root is in Mexico?
Hey, you're taking me home, yeah?
Yeah.
You should probably take 183.
Okay. You do know what the Devil's Root is, right?
No.
Mexico? Devil's Root?
No.
So, legend has it that the Devil's Root,
Is it like a road, or
it's a road.
like
The Devil's
okay.
Root is a road in Mexico. It is 183 miles miles like stretch of land through the desert. Basically, it's the Bermuda Triangle of Mexico.
Oh man.
When you go through this road, your radio's turned to static, your car shuts off, and people report seeing lots of strange shit. Lots of strange shit. Basically, it is heralded as the most fucked up place in all of like Mexico. My grandmother and my uncle went through there once. They were on their way back from visiting family, and fucking, hey, what exit do I take?
Lamar.
Okay. And basically, what ended up happening was they went through there, and their car stopped, like flat out in the middle of the road, and it was like 3 in the morning. You know, nobody else is on the highway, and it's just pitch black and desert. You know, and their car turned off. And my grandmother gets outside, and she swears to me like she saw something in the sky, and she then she zoned out, and all of a sudden all she remembers was they were back in their car and they were driving forward, and it had been like an hour and a half.
Oh man, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, she doesn't remember any of it. She's like, I remember up to that point, but then the rest is just a blur. Like, all I remember is stepping out of the car, checking, like I was gonna check the engine. I look up at the sky and I saw something and I spaced out, and then next thing I knew, we're back in our fucking car driving home.
Jesus.
It's a fucking crazy place, dude. Like, I've been there once at the Devil's Root. And it is, like, the craziest thing, dude, is there's constant thunderstorms there.
Huh.
Like, they never stop. Like, in the desert, like, there's always thunderstorms there.
That is weird.
That's a little fucking crazy. There's just so many thunderstorms. It's a fucking crazy area, though, dude. Like, there's a lot of really weird shit there.
Yeah.
There's some pretty fucking, weird areas in Mexico, like the pyramids, dude. Like, I've actually been at the pyramids before.
Uh-huh.
And
I bet those things are haunted as fuck.
oh, dude, the craziest thing is the fucking, like, the ancient drawings. All right, let me tell you, like, I've seen, like, in person, like, these drawings of the Aztecs, and they have, like, these gods that look like fucking astronauts, and they're like holding like light bulbs above their head, shit like that.
Jesus.
Or like guns, they have like fucking guns. It's really fucking crazy because it's like, obviously it's like we are not alone. Like, something was here, and it's really fucking crazy, dude. Like, the pyramids are nuts. Like, are nuts. All those hieroglyphs of their gods having this resemblance to sort of like, not Earth related shit. It's really fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Wow.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. This has been 15 minutes of paranormal.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Think of it as a famous. It'll get uploaded as soon as it can, raw and edited, because there's really no point in editing it. It's just an adventure you've joined along for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
thanks for listening.